Welcome back to my channel, Bring Peace into Your Life. Today I would like to talk about why change is good, even when it scares you. If I ask you right now, do you want things to stay exactly the same forever, exactly as they are today? Would you say yes? Most of us would, wouldn't we? Because even if our life isn't perfect, even if we are not entirely happy, even if things are a bit difficult or a bit heavy, at least we know what to expect. At least it feels familiar. And there is a strange kind of safety in familiarity. Even when it hurts, it feels safer than the unknown. So when life changes, when things shift, when people leave, when jobs end, when plans fall apart, our first reaction is fear. We panic. We try to hold on tight. We try to push everything back into place. We ask, why is this happening? What did I do wrong? But today I want to share with you a truth that changed my life, and I hope it changes yours too. Change is not something that happens to you. Change is something that happens for you. It's not your enemy. It is not a punishment. It is the universe's way of moving you towards where you are meant to be. And once you understand this, you stop fighting against life and you start flowing with it. Stagnation is death. Let me ask you this. What happens to water if it stays still for too long? It doesn't stay fresh and clean. It goes stagnant. It starts to smell. It becomes dirty. It breeds bacteria. It dies. The only way water stays alive is if it moves, if it flows, if it changes direction, if it adapts. This is exactly the same for you. If nothing ever changed, you would never grow. You would stay exactly the same age, with exactly the same thoughts, exactly the same habits, and exactly the same problems forever. Is that what you want? Do you want to be the same person in 10 years that you are today? I hope not. I hope you want to become wiser, stronger, happier, and more peaceful. I hope you want to experience new things and see new places and meet new people. But none of that can happen if everything stays the same. Growth requires change. Evolution requires things to be different. So when you feel uncomfortable, when things feel shaky, understand this. You are not breaking down, you are breaking through. You are like a building site. It looks messy, it looks chaotic, it looks like everything is being destroyed. But actually, something new is being built. Sometimes you have to lose things to gain better things. This is the hardest part to accept when you're in the middle of pain. Sometimes things have to leave your life so better things can come in. If you were still in that job that made you miserable, you would never have found the courage to look for the one that sets your soul on fire. If that relationship hadn't ended, you would never have met the person who truly loves you, respects you, and treats you the way you deserve. If everything had stayed easy and comfortable, you would never have discovered how strong you actually are. Think of it like this. When you were a child, you had favourite clothes. You loved them, but one day you tried to put them on and they didn't fit anymore. Did you cry? Did you try to force yourself into them? Did you blame the clothes for not being big enough and for being too small? No. You accepted that you had grown. You put them away with love and you put on bigger clothes that fit the person you had become. It is exactly the same with people and situations in your life. Sometimes they are not bad people. Sometimes they are not bad situations. They are just small, and you have become too big for them. You have outgrown them, and holding on to them too tightly is what is stopping you from moving forward. Letting go is not losing. Letting go is making space. Nature abhors a vacuum. If you create empty space, life will fill it with something better. Change is the ultimate test of faith. When everything is going right, when the sun is shining and the road is smooth, anything and anyone can be happy. Anyone can be positive. But when the ground shakes, when the walls crumble, when everything you knew disappears, that is when you find out who you really are. Change forces you to stop relying on external things and start relying on yourself. It forces you to trust that you will be okay no matter what happens. Every single time you go through a big change, you will survive it. And you always do. You walk away a little bit taller. You walk away knowing, I went through that storm, I was afraid, I was hurt, but I made it, and I am still here. That confidence is worth more than gold. You realise that you are not as fragile as you thought. You realise that you are resilient. You realise that you can adapt to anything. Comfort zones are beautiful places, but nothing ever grows there. Everything you ever want is on the other side of fear, and change is the bridge that takes you there. Learning to trust the flow. So how do we stop being afraid? How do we stop fighting every time life tries to move us? We have to understand that you cannot control everything. You can plan your route, but you cannot control the traffic. Sometimes life closes a door because the view from there was poisoning you. Sometimes life takes something away because it was going to hurt you later. You have to trust that the intelligence that created this universe, that created you, knows what it is doing. Your job is not to control every outcome. Your job is to do your best, to be kind, and to trust that whatever is coming is better than what is gone. Stop looking in the rearview mirror. It distracts you from the road ahead. What is behind you is done. It has taught you its lesson, and now you can leave it there. Look forward. Be excited. Be open, because life is trying to take you somewhere you have never been before. Change is scary. I know it is. It feels uncertain. It feels unsafe. But look back at your life. Look at all the things you thought were the end of the world. Look at all the changes that broke your heart or shook your world. And look where you are now. You made it. And actually, things turned out better than you could have planned. Everything you're going through right now is preparation. It's preparation for everything you have asked for, everything you're dreaming of, and everything you're destined to become. So take a deep breath, let go of the tight grip, relax your shoulders. You are safe, you're being guided and you're growing into the person you were always meant to be. Change is coming and it is going to be beautiful. Thank you for being here and watching my new video. It was great making a new video for you and I hope it's helped, and I will see you in the next one.